I'm a regional planner from County Council in Stockholm. And I'm in charge partly of my contributions to the new regional plan which we have, and also I'm the process leader for a climate mitigation roadmap 2050, where electrification of road transport is one of 8 regional priorities. It means decided by our politicians, and it is a clear signal for, let's say, EVs, charging stations, and the transition towards electric transport.
Today we are here to talk about the mobility transition. Do you think that there are a lot of obstacles toward this goal in the urban context?
There are, because first of all, people have to buy EVs. They're still very expensive compared to normal cars. Even if you have very rich people in Stockholm, it's still limited. And 70% of our new cars are actually bought by companies, not by private persons. So they have to decide to buy EVs. This is an obstacle, because they can't afford maybe an EV either. Because if you think of small companies, handicrafted people and so needing a good vehicle, they maybe opt not for an EV when they buy a new car. And 7% of new cars are bought by companies.
So, do you have a plan to increase the number of private people that can buy electrical vehicles?
There's no plan from the regional side, but there are incitements from, let's say, grants from the state. It's 7,000 euro if you buy a new electric car. And that's quite good. So this maybe can change a little bit the possibilities of many people to opt and to choose an electric car. From the regional scale or level, we don't have any grants, we don't have any money. We can only influence the awareness and the behavior of people. And there it's important to say also that electrification is not the only solution. It's especially in an urban context that people have the possibility to use public transport, walking and cycling, and set structures, spatial and urban structures that make it possible to live without a car. Actually, this is the first option. If you need a car, probably it would be the best time to buy a car that runs on alternative fuels, not fossil fuels. For instance, electric cars.
So, as you say, it seems not only a plan, but it seems a revolution, because you want to change the habit of the citizen. Because you have seen, if you need a car, you can buy an electrical vehicle. What is the second option? Because the first option will remain the public transportation.
Yes, a car-free life, if possible. And many people live a car-free life, remember that.
Do you have a plan for the public transportation that can use the electric energy?
We have actually a big study ongoing that investigates the question if it is possible to electrify our bus fleet in the country. And we have 2,200 buses running now on alternative fuels already. But the next step is the more efficient bus fleet, and this includes also electric buses. And we check out, is it possible actually to have bus lines that are running on electricity? It's not clear. You need the bus mods, you need the charging facilities, you need the space, you need, let's say, a functional setup that makes it possible. And that is not the case everywhere in the country.
But in any case, you're optimistic about this revolution?
Yes, I am, because we have to decarbonize our lives, and this is also true for the transport sector. And electrification is, as I said, one option for that. The best option is to avoid transporting yourself.
And which way do you think is possible to eliminate transportation?
Two things. First of all, and this is what we work most with, is to create spatial structures that make it possible to reduce your transport needs, or which makes it possible to use public transport. So 95% we suggest now, it is politically also a goal, of the coming new housing and settlement and office spaces shall be in the vicinity of public transport stations.
So,
and bus stations.
But is your idea is to work at home?
To work
at home own apartment, because in which way can I avoid the public transportation? Only if I work at home.
Yeah, and the second thing is the second thing is then about your question is, of course, that you have a good internet connection everywhere in the county. And this is also supplied now. We have in the city now up to 1,000 megabyte connection upstreams and downstreams, and it's rolled out actually to most of the places in our county. So you can even work as I don't know, as a creator of things that need heavy files to be transponded and so on. So this makes it possible to avoid simply going somewhere, because you can have video conferences or video talks, and you don't need to be at places where you have a good internet connection, because our life in Stockholm is very much service-based. It's not manufacturing many things. It's things that need good internet connection. So public transport and the IT, let's say, sector are very important when it comes to broadband rollout.
So, but it seems that your revolution is about the social life, to give more time to the people.
Yes, you can
to
say.
Save not only energy but also time.
Yeah. I mean, traveling. Who is going to work voluntarily 1 hour a day and back? Nobody does this really with a glad face. You're not happy to be commuting. So if you can avoid this or doing this in a better way, of course, this is quality of life. Thanks
a lot for your contribution. I hope to see you again with new goals about this revolution. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.